and guiding and supporting this growth through leadership, collaboration, and a commitment to strengthening the local business community. And the Chamber's partnership with the Fairfield 33 Development Alliance has further strengthened economic development efforts by connecting Canal Winchester with communities throughout Fairfield County and aligning regional initiatives along the US 33's corridors. The Fairfield County Board of Commissioners recognizes the Canal Winchester Chamber of Commerce for its many contributions to Fairfield County over the past 7 decades and for its continued dedication to serving the business community and enhancing the quality of life of residents. Now, therefore, the Fairfield County Board of Commissioners hereby congratulates the Canal Winchester Chamber of Commerce on the occasion of its 70th anniversary and extends its sincere appreciation for the organization's outstanding service, leadership, and commitment to economic growth and community success. The Board of Commissioners wishes the Chamber continued success in the years ahead. Thank you very much. If you want to say a few words. Sure, that'd be great. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners, and thank you for this proclamation and for celebrating this milestone anniversary with us. I'm Elizabeth Wood, the President and CEO of the Canal Winchester Chamber. In 1956, a group of Canal Winchester business owners believed our community deserved an organization dedicated to its growth. And we are honored to continue the work that they began. We're deeply grateful for Fairfield County's continued partnership and support. Thank you for this recognition.
Get a picture. Squeeze out my yeah. All right, thanks again, ladies. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next on our agenda, we have Rachel Reedy with the County Commissioners Association of Ohio. She's got some good news to celebrate.
Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I am here today to present our 2026 Ohio County Scholarship for the Central District. We had this year hundreds of applications come through for our county scholarship. These are reviewed by a panel of commissioners that represent all corners of the state. And Commissioner Fix was actually instrumental in starting our scholarship program back in 2023. And we've been very lucky to meet some of our young and upcoming leaders through this experience. And today I am very excited to recognize Miss Sadie Moore, who is our Central District recipient. Sadie has a long list of accomplishments throughout her high school career. She is an FFA leader, past president and vice president, and she has awards and recognitions across the state for her agricultural communications and sales teams work. She's a student mentor, National Honor Society, and with our application, we ask our applicants to write an essay about county government and the importance, and our scholarship is heavily weighted on that essay response. So if it's okay with you, President Davis, I'd like to read an excerpt from Sadie's essay.
Please.
In Fairfield County, our government officials continue to invest in our citizens and economy with the primary goal of bettering lives. They work to keep people safe, fund emergency services and disaster response, provide public health services, and offer health, education, and services for the community. My career goal includes a career in public service as a registered nurse in rural healthcare. Often, rural communities face challenges of limited access to quality care and mental health resources. I am interested in rural healthcare because it often involves working with the challenges unique to agricultural communities. As a future healthcare professional, I look forward to the possibilities of working with my local county officials to find ways to best serve the citizens of my community. I think that definitely sums up my experience working with the Fairfield County Commissioners and county officials. And we are so excited today to introduce you to Miss Sadie Moore, our 2026 Ohio County's Central District scholarship recipient. Good check.
After the picture.
I have you all come this way just a little bit. That's great, thank you. Okay. 2, ready? 1, 2, 3.
And Sadie, if you wouldn't mind, there's a microphone there so that folks that are listening online might be able to hear your remarks as well. Why don't you share a few words with us about how we got here and what this means to you?
Yeah, well, I would like to thank the County Commissioners Association of Ohio. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be here with you all this morning and to have been selected as a recipient of this scholarship. As someone who was born and raised right here in Fairfield County, this recognition really means a lot to me. And it's a community that I'm very grateful and very proud to be a part of. And so I thank you all for choosing to invest in me and my future. As mentioned, I will be attending Ohio University to pursue a career in nursing, which I will be headed there in a few weeks to begin my studies. And it would not be possible without the help and support and generosity from all of you. So I thank you all.
Good luck cashing that big check.
Sadie, you carry yourself with a presence and a confidence that is highly unusual for any age. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rach.
Next, we're going to hear an update from the Regional Planning Commission, which will last approximately 11 minutes. In all seriousness, if you need additional time, we can reconvene this presentation after the Sturbridge hearing.
I think we will be fine. I drilled it into everybody, less than a minute for each slide. We have 12 slides, so I think we'll be good. I'm going to start off. I'm Holly Mattei, and I have been helping the Fairfield County Regional Planning Commission, serving as their interim director now for 3+ years, but we'll continue to be interim as long as you all need us. So I'm happy to introduce the staff of regional planning. I'm actually going to start with the staff itself: Josh Hilberry, Nicholas Easton, and then we have Ms. Keegan with us as our intern. So they are the staff of the Regional Planning Commission. And then I have Kelsey here with me, that's part of my Crossroads team that is helping with some of the larger administration, long-term interim director stuff. So with that, I'm going to start off real quickly just talking about who the Regional Planning Commission is. We are a independent commission that is formed under the Ohio Revised Code, and we are comprised of members from each village, township, and the county, as well as 8 at-large members that are appointed by the commissioners. And then each community, it gets at least 1 member, but depending upon size, there can be additional members for that community, the larger that they are. We help guide the long-range and current planning activities with the county, and then we continue to assist our counties, township, or county, cities, village, and townships with any kind of planning and zoning related matter within the community, ranging from subdivision regulations to zoning to long-range planning. I'm going to turn it over to Kelsey to talk about current planning activities.
Yes, so as Holly touched on all of the different things that we do, a lot of that is the administration of the subdivision regulations for our unincorporated areas. But 2, we are getting more involved in some of our municipal projects. The Vantage project is obviously a very big one right now. We have meetings on a bi-weekly basis with that project team, as well as all of the department heads, to make sure that all of that is tracking accordingly and to make sure that we have all of the streams of communication open in terms of that kind of concierge service to ensure success for projects coming into the county. Outside of that, we do have department head bi-weekly meetings as well, just to cover different internal, like other projects that are touching all of the other department heads to ensure that same kind of quality and to make sure that we have the best streams of communication possible. Outside of that, we're a pretty well-oiled machine of being able to work really closely together with such a small team of our weekly meetings, sharing schedules and making sure that we can deliver on the best service to anybody that comes through our door, residents, developers, and everything in between. So with that, take a stretch.
Yeah, another function that we do is we administer the flood damage protection or prevention regulations. Last year we did about 26 permits. Right now we're at permit 22, so we've had an uptick in those. Another big facet is the model zoning code effort. We've successfully had adopted Thurston, Millersport. We're currently working on Greenfield Township, and Village of Rushville. That segues into zoning technical assistance. So we've made maps for Thurston. This is the current zoning map for the Village of Millersport. The blue area is the Vantage site, which was annexed into the Village of Millersport. So we updated their map to reflect that. And then another huge component of what we do is CDBG administration. So right now for project year 2024, we have the Green Energy Grant. All of their projects, except for one, been completed. So the community pool improvements have been completed. The paving and drainage improvements to Marietta and Broad Street been completed. The Howe Park walking path has been completed. And we're working on getting the water treatment plant project closed out shortly. And then we applied for 2026 for Thurston. So that I'll hand it to Nicholas.
Thank you. So yes, as you may not know, we have a quite popular building department co-administered by RPC staff. So we handle commercial permitting for 12 of 13 townships, excluding Violet Township, as well as some of the villages. In terms of recent things mentioned being more popular, around this time, last year, we had 40 active permits. This year, 65, and much larger in scale, obviously, with some of the projects in the pipeline. I would say as well, in terms of more recent changes to the building department, is our means of accepting online submissions. I think that has greatly expedited the review of documents as it relates to initial submission and any sort of amendment. So I think that's been very good for the workflow for our department, the building special team that we work with, and the applicant. And then sort of working on tying back into what Josh had mentioned earlier, we also house the Fair Housing Office for the county. So for any folks that are experiencing fair housing issues, which in this case, as it relates to Fair Housing Law in Ohio, a discrimination in the rental or purchasing space for housing or any sort of landlord-tenant issue, we are the primary contact to take those complaints or refer folks to Legal Aid of Southern and Central Ohio, as well as the Ohio Civil Rights Commission. And here are some of those protected statuses where it's prohibited to discriminate, which these are all federal. That includes race, color, religion, sex, disability, familial status, national origin, and unique to Ohio military status. Won't get into the full presentation. I'll actually be doing that afterwards, the Triple K Land Bank presentation today. So with that, that is going to be my comments.
So I'm just gonna close us out here to talk about some long-range planning activities. We continue to work with Commissioner Fix on some housing strategies. We know that we have the comprehensive plan that led into the housing needs assessment, which is now leading into some housing implementation strategy as we move forward. So we're going to continue to work with Commissioner Fix, all the other department heads on how to move those strategies forward. And I believe we're going to possibly start some additional meetings with our communities, as Commissioner Fix refers to as the victory tour. So we will be revisiting all of those communities. We've also been working on a number of cooperative agreements between cities and either cities and villages with the townships to help create a cooperative approach to development, making sure that development is being focused within the growth areas identified on our comprehensive plan, but then sharing revenue. And we are getting ready to move forward with our first CETA in the county between Greenfield Township and the city of Lancaster. So that should be more to come on that in September through a public hearing, but we're excited that that's moving forward and be a showcase for other communities as we go through that process. And like I said, all of that is done through community engagement, making sure that we're engaging our residents and our community's leaders on the importance of why these planning efforts matter, because sometimes you don't see the end result immediately. So making sure they understand how that has their decisions today have a long-term impact to them into the future. And then the last thing I want to mention, which is not on the screen, is the lot split process. We really weren't the one that were instrumental in that. It was more the auditor's office that took the lead on that. But it has been a positive impact on our office as far as an online submittal of lot splits. So not only did we move the building department to online, we also moved lot splits to online. And that has been a great improvement, and we've received positive feedback from attorneys' offices to closing agents to residents trying to make changes to their lot lines. So wanted to mention that as well. And just a reminder that we meet every Tuesday, or sorry, not every Tuesday, every first Tuesday of the month at 6 p.m. at the Fairfield County Recorder's Office. So if anybody ever has an inkling to see one of our meetings, feel free to come out. They're down at 138 West Chestnut Street. And with that, I'm open to any questions.
Thank you, Holly. Commissioner Fix.
Just continued appreciation, Holly, for you and your team for all the work that you're doing. And victory tour is a reference to the Jackson 5 victory tour. People were too young, too much.
1983. I was there.
So anyway, we're looking forward to getting out to the townships and villages, and appreciate all you guys. So,
Commissioner Levesey.
Yeah, I don't have any questions, just a compliment to Holly and your team. You've done an excellent job, and we appreciate provide this service. It's been great. Thank you.
Excellent presentation under severe time constraints.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you.
Trying, buddy. At this time, the commission will reconvene the hearing on the Sturbridge Meadows ditch petition. Just for folks that may not have been present at the initial part of the hearing, number of things have transpired over the past couple of months. One, the commission received the petition. The commissioners have all been out on a site visit to inspect the properties that would be impacted, that are being impacted, would be by the project. Subsequently, the commission at the hearing received the report from the engineer's office that presented a couple of different proposals as to what maybe could be done in response to the petition, with a recommendation that the petition be rejected. Following that presentation, the commission heard from several landowners, both in opposition to the proposed petition and in favor of the proposed petition. What we'll do today with the conclusion of the hearing is we'll swear folks in who did not get the opportunity to previously testify either against or for the petition. We'll hear from the engineer's office regarding any updates, if any, to their position. Following the conclusion of those activities, it would be anticipated that the commissioners will vote on the acceptance or rejection of the petition. So with that, if you are here and did not get an opportunity to testify at the prior hearing, but would like to testify today, please rise if you are able and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? May be seated. Those are the folks who may testify today. With that, we'll start with County Engineer Jeremiah. I know you were unavailable at the original hearing. Your staff handled that for you. I just want to see if the engineer's office has any additional questions, concerns, comments, or opinions.
I do not.
All right. With that, the commission will receive testimony again from those who were just sworn. They'll have a 3-minute time limit. They'll approach the podium and begin by stating your name and residential address. And then you may share your comments or concerns regarding the petition. We'll first start with, is there anyone who would like to address the commission under those terms and conditions in opposition to the petition? And if y'all want, you can kind of start forming a line up here and be second, third, or whatever, or stay seated, whatever you want to do. Sir.
Sure, I'll be brief. My name is Chris Mattei. I'm at 13981 Wayside Drive. I'm opposed to this project, at least my property's inclusion in it. I see no benefit to my property. Either the water that enters my property doesn't go to the petitioner's area, nor does the water that leaves my area go to the petitioner's area. I also see no benefit from the water coming from the field on my property because it will also not be reduced from this project. So if the petitioners wish to pursue the project, it's more power to them, but I don't see any benefit to my property, and I'm sure why it was included.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak in opposition to the proposed petition?
Yeah, my name is Tom Bartholer, 13916 Wayside Drive. I'm also in opposition to the petition. I wasn't at the previous meeting because I was understanding that this was supposed to be people benefiting, and I failed to see how we benefited anyway. So I feel that that's worded very poorly. And I know a lot of my neighbors over here that are in opposition as well. I mean, there's people that live across the street, down the way. I fail to see how they're benefiting. And a lot of us, I don't think, are in a position where we're going to run into a lot of money. A lot of us retired, looking to retire next year, and without a benefit, like adding a new water line or sewer that we're all going to benefit, this is not that case at all. So I'm a little ticked off that, first of all, we're supposed to be benefited. It's not, can be worded what it really is, and not deceive people, because I've been here the first time I was affected. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it right now.
Thank you. And just a reminder, folks, if you are testifying, please direct your comments to the commission. Please proceed.
Hi, my name is Kim Perry from 13896 Wayside Drive. And my husband and I are opposed. We see no benefit to this for us. Get an assessment, you should see something for it. We're going to see nothing. And if that's the case, why wasn't everybody on our street included in this? All the water's going to run through those pipes that come down the street. Why were only a few homes included in this? So my husband and I are totally opposed.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robert Helfrich. I'm at 13913 Wayside Drive, Pickerington. You know that, you know where I'm from. I'm in opposition to this, same as some other people. The first letters, they seem pretty vague, you know, kind of like something might be going on in your area. So a lot of us didn't really take it too serious at first. Until we started having problems selling homes in the area, we started calling around. So I spent about 45 minutes on the phone with Eric McCready last week. And I was like, can you tell me that it's going to help out my property? No, not one bit. Nothing up and down Wayside, except for maybe 2 houses at the very end, which I believe are actually on Nantucket, not Wayside addresses. Will this actually benefit? So why are we paying for it? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because we're not getting any benefit from it. It says in the assessment, you know, you benefit. Well, it doesn't make sense to pay when you're not benefiting. So I'm in opposition to it. Not much more to say on that other than why I pay a ton of money, because if you divide up, you know, 1.1 to 1.6 million, we're talking at a minimum of $50,000 a household. And I don't think anybody wants to pay that, especially when there is no benefit. If your yard has water in it, it's going to still have water in it. At least if you're living on Wayside. Maybe if you're in the other neighborhood, it would benefit. Anybody on Wayside, not going to help. And that said, Eric McCready, he also told me that, you know, when I was on the phone, amongst some other stuff that I won't get into because the people that it's going to affect, they're here today. So I'm done. One of our neighbors was unable to make it because they just went to Florida. They gave me a letter of opposition. May I hand that to somebody?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
My name is Brett Walker. I live at 13964 Wayside Drive. I want to speak in opposition, mainly because I don't see a benefit. More information has come to light, you know, through Robert talking to the county engineer or whoever he spoke to on the phone, and I agree with all of them. I don't see why we should pay for something that is not going to benefit us. So I just wanted to come up and do my 2 cents. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Morning, I am Zachariah Hales, 13879 Wayside Drive. Both my wife and I are property for Canal. We are in opposition to this. If I can see the benefit, I would eventually be swayed. If it's face value from what I know of it, I've seen the benefit. So I mean, thank you.
Warner 135 Wayside Drive. I've seen a lot of neighbors. I don't see benefit of this. Why are we even talking about this? The engineers, well, I've been told by the engineers that they're not for this. Why are we doing some of this stuff? Tremendous expense for us. Opposed to what wildlife and our opposed to this. Thank you.
My name is Dale Sunderland. I live at 13744 Wayside Drive, and I'm sure all my neighbors will attest to you that this will be most devastating to me because I live on the corner lot and I have the garage out back. And I was there when I moved in 1986. My neighbor next door wanted to come in opposition, but her son fell and broke her arm, so she's adopted one. In any event, I have a garage, as you know, with building expenses today, would cost over $50,000 to replace, and I've been told that it will have to come down because of this easement being within 20 feet of the ditch. And I just lost my wife in last September, and I work out in my garage to keep my sanity. And it would absolutely be devastating to me and it would be no benefit because, I mean, I've worked on it since 1986 when I moved in there, and I have it all opened up. And my next door neighbor, it would take half of their lot, their back lot, and a huge tree that's there. And my neighbor to my right behind me, it would take, they're not here to speak, but I'm sure he wouldn't want 4 feet of his garage if he has on his lot to be destroyed or taken down. And it just got me worried sick that it's going to go through. And I don't know how I could. I just lost my wife and lost her Social Security. And I'm fortunate enough that I have enough to get by on, but add another $50,000 on that, I'm almost 82 years old. It would be devastating. Thank you. I'm obviously opposed.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else who wishes to address the commission in opposition to the proposed petition? Hearing none, again, limited to those who were sworn today. Is there anyone here who would like to speak in favor of the proposed petition? Thank you all for coming. I had a couple questions for the prosecutor's office. I did not see you trying to sneak out before I said that. Yeah, so just a couple of questions, if I might. The commission has been presented with the law regarding the issues that we're supposed to consider in this. I just wanted to ask you procedurally, if the commission goes through those and makes its decision, is there any formality associated with that decision? In other words, can that be a voice vote or do we need a formal resolution?
So.
Okay. All right. Apart from the remaining portion of the hearing, which will be the commissioners voting, is there any other process or issue that we need to deal with during the hearing?
No, this is the initial, whether or not this is going to go forward if you approve it, then obviously the engineer's office would do the full estimate. So this is, no, you're addressing the right thing you're supposed to be addressing at this time.
This for the commission's benefit and understanding the follow-on in a post-hearing environment. If we were to approve the petition, those in opposition would have 30 days to appeal, correct?
That's correct.
If we deny the petition, do the proponents of the petition also have an opportunity to appeal?
That I'm not sure about just because it's legislative, well, it's probably administrative act. So I'd have to double check that. I think there's a right of appeal regarding.
That's okay. I'm not asking you to give anyone legal advice. I saw the indication there that if it were approved, opponents could appeal, but I wasn't clear of the transfers.
The proponent could appeal just because that is the legislative act that you guys would be taking.
All right. So just so everybody understands the criteria that we are obligated by law to follow, first, we're supposed to make a determination as to whether the improvement is necessary. 2, we're supposed to make a determination as to whether the proposed improvement will be conducive to the public welfare. And finally, 3, and I don't know why it's written this way, I'll just read it the way it's written and then I'll tell you what I think it says. That the cost of the proposed improvement with reasonable certainty will be less than the benefits. In other words, we're supposed to make a determination with reasonable certainty that the benefits outweigh the proposed cost of the solutions. With that, I'll see if my colleague Commissioner Fix has any questions, comments, or concerns.
To clarify, the estimated cost of this project is somewhere between 1.1 and 1.6 million dollars.
That is the estimate that we have been given by the engineer's office, yes.
And the number of residential addresses that would be splitting that cost is 28.
That's my recollection.
That's my recollection also.
And it's broken down proportionally by lot size. or?
I don't know that we've made a complete determination yet on exactly how it breaks down because there's such a disparity in the size of the one farm compared to the lots.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, one point of clarification, along that lines is, I know there's a lot of concern on Wayside Drive that they're not benefiting, but everybody included, in the list has drainage water that ends up in the ditch that's in question. So, the pipe network under the ground, you can't always see where that stuff goes, but they do outlet into that ditch, just everybody's aware.
Thank you. Commissioner Levesey, questions, comments, or concerns?
I do not think.
All right. With that, I'll look for a motion on this.
Make a motion to deny.
Second.
I've got a motion to deny and a second discussion.
So for me, 57,000 roughly per resident is an awful lot to ask, especially in these times, to fix an issue that, I've walked the property. I've heard all the testimony. I've talked to the engineers. It's an issue. Is it an issue that's worth $1.1 to $1.6 million? I don't think so. And at the end of the day, those are there's three factors that we have to consider. And to me, the cost benefit analysis is way out of whack on this. So I'm against it.
So, I think it's important to note, I think there is an issue there, obviously, because the petition wouldn't have been brought forward had there not. Some people were more impacted than others, and I understand that. I wish there was a better way to mitigate some of the problems that we're seeing there, but there is not. This is the only mechanism the state of Ohio allows for this process. And quite frankly, it's a very costly process. And I wish there were another way, but there's not. And so the cost benefit is really the issue. If it were, considerably less, then obviously it would change the whole narrative, but it doesn't. So therefore, I'm going to vote for that.
Thank you, sir. I'll just share with folks under the three criteria, as I see them based on the evidence and testimony that the commission has received. Under the first criteria, we're supposed to determine whether an improvement is necessary. And on that count, I would find that an improvement is necessary. As it relates to the proposed improvement, whether that will be conducive to the public welfare, I don't see that. And under the third criteria, whether with reasonable certainty, the benefits would outweigh the costs of the proposed improvement. And I don't believe that the evidence and the testimony that the commission has received would establish that with reasonable certainty, the benefits would outweigh the costs. With that, I would ask the clerk to call the roll.
Mr. Fix.
So if we vote yes, we're voting to deny, correct?
That is correct. That is as the motion was stated.
Yes.
Mr. Fix.
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
To the folks on both sides of this issue, on behalf of the commission, I want to thank you all for your professionalism and courtesy towards each other. I know this is a difficult and controversial issue for some. I'm hopeful that you may bring some relief in some regard I can't currently imagine. And those who were in support of this, I apologize to you for this result. I think everybody's heart was in the right place, trying to do the right thing and make some improvements that probably would, on some level, help the area. But in any event, this hearing is closed. Thank you all for coming.
Mr. President.
Just one clarification. Just one clarification. You'll have an opportunity in a moment, sir. I've just been advised that the proponents of the projects also fall under that same 30-day window to appeal. Just want to make that clear.
What I would like to say though, the history on this bill.
Sir, if you would, we're going to have voters and taxpayers that can address the commission. The hearing itself is closed, and so there's an opportunity there for you to do that. At this time, the commission sets aside an opportunity for voters and taxpayers to address the commission. If you'd like to do so, please approach the podium. Begin by stating your name and residential address. You will have 3 minutes.
I'm John Thompson, 13797 Sudbury Drive. So this property is a quagmire between Fairfield County and Licking County. It's the highest elevation of this area. And water and sewage in Fairfield County is stretched. And so I would say, take this opportunity to get with Licking County and let's solve the future demands in that area. You know, data centers is a big issue right now. Instead of citizens fighting amongst themselves, maybe we should cross the county and let's get with the county and let's say, maybe look at putting a lake or a reservoir out there. Let's look at the future demands in that area instead of a data center. Maybe talk with the Pickerings. Let's solve some issues out in that area. You know, before we start putting more houses out there, let's maybe look at the demands of what that area needs. You know, we need water, we need sewer. You know, these people that came from New England Acres and different areas behind us, they don't understand what converted the first hearing. The little bit of water and erosion that came out of that field, you know, they don't understand that either, but take the opportunity. There are issues out there. You heard stories about the little girl drowning and be revived. You know, I'm disappointed. We'll take care of our issues, but there are other issues out there. Take this opportunity, reach beyond Fairfield County, talk with our neighboring officials. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
My name's Shirley. It's 13759 Sudbury Drive. I'm just gonna implore you, I need to know what the appeal is because two things are here. It does not just improve, it improves 2 subdivisions and a roadway that is main thoroughfare out of New England Acres. You allowed Mr. Pickering to speak at the last time in opposition to this. The research I've done, he is not a parcel owner. And he didn't give his address, and you're going to see that he doesn't think that the rules apply to him. So you allow him to speak without giving his address, and I don't believe he lives here. So he has a connection to the farm, but as part of our petition, he does not. And I feel like there's grant funding available that would help defray the cost to the county and the homeowners going forward with this project. And I did seek information from the engineer's office, and he didn't submit that either. So is it out there? Is it really 1.6 or is it $500,000? I really don't know that, but it doesn't just support my property. I'm actually dead center, so I could go either way, but I'm looking at what it's doing and impacting my neighbors. And I don't believe that Mr. Sunderland's garage has to be removed, and I don't think the utilities have to be replaced. I do feel personally that this was presented to you as an over-engineered project, so you would walk away from it. And I don't think that's fair. We also pay taxes, and there's quite a few taxpayers down through there. We have Mr. Pickering. He says that he put $100,000 into it. I'm going to ask you to ask him why. He took out a sill barrier when he leased his farm. He planted that
under a lease right up to the property line. He was forced to put that back in by soil and water. And it's insufficient, and that was Nikki Drake's office under your purview. So I am upset about it because there is no cohesive plan that we can get to correct this. So maybe another child will drown, I don't know, maybe that's worth it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, I'm at 13747 Sudbury Drive. I too am proponent, wasn't do this, but I just want to bring up a couple things that some that Sherry already shared was that Joe Perkington is not a property owner on the field that is associated with this petition, so I feel that he had a right to speak on his family's behalf. The other thing is that Mr. Sutherland, when he said that he can build that, he bought the property with the garage already there. I think he added on the fact that garage in 2003 and 2004 after he already said it. So that was a false statement his part that he did. And I do believe there are grants available to finance this project. You guys will reconsider it. If nothing gets done, it'll be taking care of it yourselves. And I'm sure you guys won't like that, but certainly you don't have any control over that either. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Under those same terms and conditions, does anyone else would like to address the commission at this time? We thank you all for coming. Administration update.
Thank you, Commissioner. Ohio is once again doing the back to school sales tax holiday. It's back to its regular format. In 24 and 25, it was expanded. This tax-free weekend takes place from Friday, August 7th through Sunday, August 9th, and does exempt sales tax on clothing priced at $75 or less, school supplies costing $20 or less, and school instructional materials priced at $20 or less. Unlike the past 2 years, counties will not be reimbursed for the sales tax revenue lost during the holiday. So just point that out. We also did just receive sales tax information for the most recent reporting period, and it did show that we were slightly above the state average on that collection period. Highlights of resolutions. The review packet contains a list of administrative approvals, and there are 20 resolutions on the agenda for the regular voting meeting. First resolution, which we already mentioned earlier, was to recognize the Canal Winchester Chamber of Commerce for its 70th anniversary. There's also a resolution on the agenda to approve an expedited type 2 annexation of 46.649 acres from Walnut Township into the village of Millersport. And the commissioners have a resolution to appropriate money for Fund 2683, the 911 Wireless Fund. Stacy, do you want to add anything on that one?
Just cleaning up the monies left over before we switch to combining all the funds together with the other two PSAs.
Thank you for your work on that. Economic and Workforce Development has 2 resolutions to authorize a partial assignment and assumption agreement related to the Fairfield County Route 33 CRA. The first resolution is between Fairfield County and Basel Western Logistics, and the second between the county and Ohio Basel Western GPF Roebling 2026. Rick, anything there?
This is 225,000 square foot spec building that will open up on Basel Western Road as part of that development along that corridor. We've already approved the CRA in the past. They're just moving forward with building it and reassigning. Sorry, Basel Western Logistics will be the name of the company.
And Rick, so happy to see you alive and well today. I don't know if you know, but you might have been hacked. There's some information out there that you've suffered great tragedy with a couple of surgeries.
Yeah, I bounced back quickly. Yeah, we're putting this fake account. Nobody puts out great stuff.
You gotta be a pretty big deal to get a fake account put up.
Yeah. All right, please continue.
And then JFS has a resolution to approve a service agreement between JFS and Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical Schools to provide a part-time instructor for GED preparation and basic skills academic enrichment for WIOA eligible participants. Anything there, Corey?
No. What is like the partnership we've had for something about that structure.
Thank you. All right, budget update.
Yeah, just a reminder that our level 3 budget entry access will end on August 27th, which is 23 days from today. So,
Thank you, Bart. Rochelle, calendar review and invitations received, please.
Thank you. Governor's Executive Workforce Board meeting is August 5th at 10 a.m. at the Tolles Career and Technical Center. Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Executive Committee meeting is August 6th at 1:30 p.m. MCJDC Board of Trustees meeting is August 7th. And the MCJDC Joint Board of Commissioners meeting follows that. Those are at 9 and 10:30. Lancaster City Schools' new high school ribbon cutting event is August 19th at 3 p.m. And that's at their new facility. The commissioners received letters from property owners and regarding the Sturbridge Meadows ditch petition, and that's all we have.
Thank you, Rochelle. And then as I did do a special thank you to Superintendent Nathan Hale from Lancaster City Schools for allowing us to do a brief tour prior to the official ribbon cutting.
All right. Thank you, Rochelle and Ani. Move to updates from elected officials. Jeremiah, you're the most popular man in America.
I am today. So, we're finishing up chip seal right now. And, we've got various, bridge projects going on, bridge deck replacements, things like that. It's busy construction season for us right now. Most of our crews right now are on 410s. We switched to that when it benefits, our work operation, meaning that, during chip and seal especially, being able to have those guys out there a little longer each day, really has a positive impact on our capabilities, getting stuff done on a time basis. Just a reminder also to everybody, I know chip seal and new cars, nice cars, motorcycles, bicycles aren't real friendly to each other. We have a list of all those roads and our construction projects updated live on our website at all times. So if anybody wants to look at that, it's there. If you don't think about that, give us a call. We'll let you know where they're at and where you need to stay away from. Otherwise, we're moving along as usual.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate you being here today. Dr. Brown.
Good morning. Yesterday, the Budget Commission met to approve the property tax rates as requested. There's no change to the county. Those will need to be certified back to the Budget Commission. We also approved all the allocations of state shared revenues. The Addison Township emergency status that they're in is likely going to continue for at least another cycle. The reason that they are in this particular status has less to do with available resources and more to do with effective communication and lack of good internal control and reporting. So it's going to take some time for that to improve. I created templates for them and communication protocol outlines to help in that regard.
Do they have, if I might ask on that, are there offices currently filled, or do they have vacancies or openings right now in their offices?
Your offices are filled.
Okay.
There are 3 trustees and a fiscal officer that are elected. The Board of Revision is continuing its work, will likely be concluded in September, which is an early date for that to be concluded because that'll be prior to, for the most part, the abstract that'll be presented to the state for approval, which is a good thing. Great deal of efficiency and effectiveness proceeding there. Thanks to everybody who's participating. Average sales price of a residential property in Fairfield County in June was $391,000 and the median was $370 and the average days on the market was 21. It's indicative of the continual seller's market that is there. In addition, I'll just mention the map of the month is for the US 33 corridor. It's received a lot of positive attention, showing the importance of that particular roadway, and several presentations today about property tax reform, and have some additional progress on other technology updates, and I can provide that in the future, but suffice it to say for today that we're happy with the progress that's being made on multiple technology upgrades.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Holly, I feel like I was short with you earlier. I gave you an inadequate amount of time to talk about all the great things you're doing, and I wanted to make sure you had another opportunity to tell us what's going on.
But we covered it at a high level, but
All right. Well, we appreciate you and your team being with us today. Thank you for that. Any updates from the prosecutor's office? Additional. Tony Vogel.
Next week, we will have the last easements we need for the Violet Meadows. That resolution put in, property owner may sign it before, which brings you that it down. If not, I'll have you sign it. I've seen yourself 16. It's the last one that will end up on the project. About development in Liberty Township and that factory. Idea kind of that commercial pocket of corn happen. That'll be next week, that resolutions.
All right.
Just if I may, Tony's been really helpful to me and a couple of projects that we're working on, one in Liberty Township and one with some data center communication. So I just want to publicly thank Tony for his work.
We do appreciate Tony. Okay. Anything additional?
CCAO was here earlier. I had the opportunity to speak at their Midwest County Administration Conference that they had in Columbus, bragging about all the great things we're doing here in Fairfield County. And they stopped me afterwards and asked if there are counties that need help, if they could maybe schedule a visit to come talk to us about on the development side. How do they tackle the things that we've been tackling here? So it's always nice to show off what the county's been doing. Speaking of showing off, we had our Level Up Skills program. It was the first time we did this. It was 2 days last week for high school students, sort of like our summer camps for junior high, but those students wanted something more as they got older. The parents asked for it. So we did, it was really cool. And second day, they were flying drones. And there was great coverage on 10 TV for that. So it was a really nice piece, and got some good publicity there. And speaking of the schools, Lancaster High School is just an amazing new facility. And we've been working with both Lancaster schools and Pickerington schools, as they've had some turnover on the workforce side of things, those school districts. They've been really open in talking to us and having just an open dialogue of what can we do as an economic workforce development department to support them better, to maybe find some efficiencies and make sure we're not overlapping. So it's really been nice to have those kinds of conversations with the school districts instead of just them doing things on their own. So it's been very positive.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Drew.
When we were on the tour, Nathan was pointing out several different things with the new career tech areas of how that builds and leads to the workforce center. So that was very good.
He did that when I was on the tour. I thought he was just doing that for me. So that's what he
I mean, he did have.
Yeah, that's true. It's great.
I think what's interesting is the attitude change across the county. Early on compared to what it's like now.
Oh, no question. I mean, it's, especially as you look at costs going up and schools having a little bit of a budget crunch and saying, wait a minute, maybe there's a better way for us to do this as a whole group instead of just each district doing their own thing. So that's been helpful. But yeah, I mean, 101 students graduate last year. I mean, it's success has been shown and they know they can trust us.
And now I have the Eastland Career Center in cooperation. And I attribute a lot of that to the good work you've done developing that relationship. Everybody involved.
Yeah, I mean, never burn a bridge.
All Oh, boy.
We did start the Fetters Run project today, or this Monday. So some big changes will happen out at that location as you drive by. Just be careful, there's some equipment there. And because that project came in under bid, we were able to request additional area to be included under the grant. So they did, USDA did accept that. So we'll be actually moving 10 feet onto the other side of the bridge, which is OU property. And we've been in contact with them about our easement and that work immediately. So we'll get even more stretch of that river.
John, I just want to mention, there are at least hundreds, probably, if not thousands of people who contributed, was large and small, to a very successful return of the festival. I just wanted to make sure that you got included in that. The work that you did, the patience that you showed, and the skill that you showed, and being helpful at various stages along the way to get us to that wonderful season. On behalf of the commission, I just wanted to say thank you for that. Well, Dana, nothing from IG today. Shocker. All right. Corey.
August is Child Sport Awareness Month, and we wear green today, so to join us in wearing green tomorrow, share those pictures.
All right. I'll wear green in Kentucky.
Works.
Art.
Nothing additional, sir.
Order.
On the central purchasing front, our temporary services RFP is out. We encourage folks who may be interested to take a look at that. Currently working with prosecutor's office and the clerk's office regarding ways to improve our public records process on a customer service facing front and also improve efficiencies behind the scenes. And we're focused in on two different public record software options that would help with redactions and accuracy in providing records. So we are looking at those pretty closely. Amy Brown Thompson's been working on that, as well as Clerk Meyer. So we'll be looking at those options here shortly.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Tiffany.
So, thank you, council. Thank you.
Heather has a brief speech prepared for us, please.
No speech. Did want to share that we did find replacement who will be coming August 17th for council prior to his departure in October. Excited about that.
There's a hint of sadness associated with our excitement as well. Tiffany, we so appreciated you. Thank you. Did I miss anyone? Whole business, Commissioner Fix.
And no old business.
Commissioner Levesey.
So the visit to Lancaster High School was really, the facility is absolutely amazing. And the forethought they put in that, especially in the workforce area, is that be able to stand up all these job skills, welding in particular, I think is pretty, a lot of foresight. But I mentioned this before, you really know you're old when you know one high school was built and now it's being torn down. So it's pretty amazing that I'm able to see that. So last Tuesday we had our Veterans Hall of Fame meeting. Getting close. February 1st is the deadline for nominations. So we're hoping to see more nominations. And then had to go to the Wheel of Fortune for out of the Connection class. And I always enjoy that. I'm always amazed by how smart some of these kids are, because if I didn't have the answers right in front of me, I would have had a tough time. So I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Under whole business, I just want to congratulate the festival board leadership in getting the festival back on its feet. I had an opportunity to attend most of the major functions. The finale was just amazing. I thought Lady A did a fantastic concert. But what struck me more than anything else was the orchestra. Some of us over the years have wondered if the orchestra's time had maybe passed. And then this amazing new maestro comes in and delivers music that wasn't from the 1800s or the 1700s. It was modern. I saw young people, hundreds of them who were really, really into the festival orchestra's music. And I just had a blast and a wonderful evening, and I know many other people did too. So it gave me hope and confidence in the future of the festival too. So to the festival leadership, their board, their staff, congratulations on your return. And I know the commission stands anxious to be helpful in the future so that event may continue. Also had an administrative meeting this past week regarding a potential carbon capture project. They're just in the evaluation stages of that. And they've had some meetings, I understand, maybe in Amanda and Packing Townships. And we'll all continue to learn more about that possibility in the future. Under new business, Commissioner Levesey.
Comment regarding the festival since you did. I had a table there, but I didn't attend, but many of my employees did. And that was the number one comment was the orchestra, how great the orchestra was. So thanks to you. But new business, have the governor's executive workforce board meeting tomorrow with Lieutenant Governor Jim Tressel. So I'm excited to be there and see what new ideas they come up with. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Fix under new business.
Under business, thank you.
Under new business, I just wanted to mention an issue that the three commissioners will be looking at on Friday as it relates to the Multi-County Juvenile Detention Center. Some folks may recall that on the order of about 6 years ago, we concluded some difficult negotiations to recalibrate the way that facility is funded and operated. What we did then is we all agreed, all the 4 counties involved, to do a different cost-sharing arrangement, which involved a 3-year look back at usage by those 4 counties. And then for the next 3 years, those counties would pay based upon that 3-year look back and commensurate with their percentage of usage of the facility. It made sense to Fairfield County. We benefited greatly and financially from that arrangement and all agreed. I had a conversation with Licking County Commissioner Tim Bubb this week. They are going to propose that in the next 3 years, which needs to be discussed now, that there would be a small change to that now 6-year history. The change would be along these lines. Instead of the 3-year look back applying for the next 3 years, they would like for each of the next 3 years to involve its own 3-year look back. So it's still a 3-year look back. The agreement still abides for 3 years. Commissioner Bubb's suggestion to me was that refreshing that 3-year look back on an annual basis would mean that the cost sharing would be just that much more current in terms of the analysis of usage. This was a conversation that did come up 6 years ago. I was one of the ones opposed to this suggestion at that time, because I thought from a budgeting standpoint, it would be nice to have 3 years to kind of know where you stood on that. But he made a persuasive argument in our discussion this week. It wasn't an argument, it was just a position statement. And I did advise Commissioner Bubb that as one of the 3 members of the Fairfield County Commission, I would support that alteration in the math associated with funding MCJDC. And on that new business item, I'll see if my colleagues might have any questions or concerns or perhaps difference of opinion regarding that proposed change to MCG funding mechanism.
I think that's a reasonable approach and, it would be most reflective of current status. So yeah, I'm okay with that change.
I think it makes sense, quite frankly.
Yeah, I could see it both ways. I did like having that kind of runway of projectability on costs, but I think just adding, and subtracting 1 year each time to kind of come to that conclusion. I don't think it'll make a huge difference in what the counties are responsible for in that regard. So when we meet on Friday as members of the Mahoney County Juvenile Detention Center Board of Trustees, I'll be supporting Licking County's proposal on that. I'm kind of wearing out, so I'm just going to take a few seconds. I'm not wearing out. Is there any other issue item that anybody'd like to bring the attention to the commission at this time? Dr. Brown.
Just a fun comment. It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, so thank you to Ann Levacy for the number of chocolate chip cookies she's provided over the years. And enjoy chocolate chip cookie day. I have some, they're not the chips away, but nonetheless.
I think it's possible that in the Levacy household every day.
It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Please rise if you're able and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Michelle, do we have any announcements?
We do not.
I have a question on announcements. On my mission calendar, I have a meeting scheduled for the day after Labor Day. Is that true?
There is not.
And then,
You can come here.
okay,
You mean on the 8th?
yes. There's no meeting on the 8th.
No, and I'm not seeing why it's on.
I'm not sure either. And then is there one on the 15th?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, all right. I just, for some reason, I might have been looking at it wrong, but I thought those might have been transposed on my calendar.
Full day of viewings and hearings now with the engineer's office.
What day is?
The 15th.
Okay. That's sad.
And I think September 1st is an evening meeting.
It is.
Okay. I'm sure I just looked at things incorrectly. Thank you, Rochelle. We'll move on to the approval minutes for July 28, 2026.
So moved.
Second. Discussion, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From the Commissioners, Resolution 2026-8.4.a, a resolution authorizing the approval of a proclamation.
The Commissioners, I move items A, B, and C.
Second.
Discussion?
I think there may be somebody here from the petitioner for the annexation. Maybe.
If you would, just because we do have some folks who are listening online, if you wouldn't mind approaching the podium there and then also being really brief. I'm teasing that. What you said?
Good morning. My name is Mike Huber. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Kinsmore Scholl out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 255 5th Street, Cincinnati, Ohio. I represent the petitioners for the annexation of property from Violet Township into the city, or into the village, of Coopersport. I'm happy to answer any questions that the commissioners may have.
Colleagues have any questions, comments?
I live there, so I'm very, but.
Yeah, no, so this will provide a good bit of housing there. for the community.
Appreciate you coming up today.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. We're still in the discussion. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities, Resolution 2026-8.4.d. Resolution to approve a reimbursement for share of costs for Ethernet services paid to the E-Line Glow Fiber Fund Number 2060.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Court of Common Pleas, Resolution 2026-8.4.e. A resolution to appropriate from unappropriated a major expenditure object category for Common Pleas Court Fund 2365 County Probation.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Economic and Workforce Development, Resolution 2026-8.4.f. Resolution authorizing the approval of a repayment of an advance to the general fund, Fund 7831, WIOA 2021.
Under Fairfield County Economic and Workforce Development, I move items F, G, and H.
Second.
Discussion?
Violet mentioned, we talked about the reassignment, thanking the prosecutor's office. They do such a great job, their civil division, turning things around. And while they help with economic development stuff, they actually caught an egregious error in this from economic development attorneys for the other party. And it was a great find and just very thankful.
Thank you. Further discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From Fairfield County Emergency Management Agency, Resolution 2026-8.4.i. Resolution authorizing an EMA fund-to-fund transfer.
Fairfield County Emergency Management Agency, I move items I and J.
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From the Fairfield County Engineer, Resolution 2026-8.4.k. A resolution to appropriate from unappropriated in major expenditure object category Fund 2024 motor vehicle for materials and supplies.
Under Fairfield County Engineer, I move items K and L.
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From the Fairfield County Job and Family Services, Resolution 2026-8.4.m. A resolution authorizing the approval of a purchase of service agreement between Fairfield County Job and Family Services Workforce Development Services Division and Eastland Fairfield Career and Technical Schools.
Under Fairfield County Job and Family Services, I move items M, N, O, P, Q, and R.
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. From the Fairfield County Sheriff, Resolution 2026-8.4.s. A resolution to appropriate from unappropriated in major expenditure object category for Fund 2503 Police Revolving.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Please call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. Payment of bills, Resolution 2026-8.4.t. A resolution authorizing the payment of invoices for departments that require the Board of Commissioners approval.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
Commissioner Fix?
Yes.
Commissioner Levesey?
Yes.
Commissioner Davis?
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0. The next regular meeting is scheduled for August 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Rochelle. Just a question for my edification. The commissioners have on their schedule yet this morning, what? What do we have?
Land bank,
That's at what time?
10:30.
10:30? Is there any other issue item that anybody'd like to bring to the attention of the commission at this time?
Motion to adjourn.
I got a motion to adjourn in a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Both same sign. Motion carries unanimously. The commission is adjourned. We thank you all for coming.